Welcome, fellow Nigerians and friends of Nigeria. Welcome back to Poverty Fighters Squad, where we have reflections with Otunba Adeleye. I'm happy to be back with you. I'm happy to be back in your study room. Happy to be back on the video system. Happy to be back on this YouTube series. Um, the last time we spoke, we were talking about how to bring people out of poverty, which is the essence of our being. We also recognize the fact that there's a lot of job to be done before this aim is achieved. First and foremost, I want to thank all the subscribers, all the people that always tune to this channel, and request them to continue to be with us and benefit from the reflections that we are giving out as information. Poverty Fighter Squad is a system that puts together a way in our own contribution to the development of humanity in Nigeria and Africa as a whole, to see how the black people can come out of poverty. Not only that, we are also interested in getting people to be back on their legs. In other words, allowing families to remain, allowing husbands and wives to come together again because of their financial upliftment. We have developed a program that we always tell you about that has to do with how life can be better financially and economically. Today, I'm going to address the issues of how it has been in the past, according to the name of this program, which is Reflections with Otunba Adeleye. Looking back into years back, we have a system that allows us to be neighbors keepers, to be brothers keepers, to be family groom from the community. We have a lot of instances where it is the family that puts money together to send somebody to school on a scholarship. We have various examples of people who have been trained by the missionaries. Brilliant boys and girls are identified in the community and put together the sum of money that they will require to finish their education at the university level. There are several running into millions. That is a development program. Today, everybody works the other way, and the adage has made it clear to us that if you want to go alone, you can go fast, but if you want to go together, you will go far. To go far is what that system of those days in our communities brought to us. They went very, very far because together they put together funds and trained the brilliant boys and girls in the community. It doesn't have to be the chief's daughter or the chief's son. It's not a matter of today that they bring their children as ministers, they bring their children as DGs to come and take the scholarship that is supposed to be for the poor. They will be the one to attain that scholarship. That is why we are going wrong. I want us to reflect again that in a society that keeps everything to itself by virtue of their position, whether as senior civil servants or as politicians or as appointees or whatever, things you are supposed to give to people who are less privileged, you already have the money now, even though most of them are queried because these are not money that comes from your sweat. But let us agree that such scholarships should be available to those who are less privileged. And the word less privileged is not an abuse, it's just a description which all of us will understand basically by saying some, yes, if fingers are not equal. So believing on that, you should know that you may be better than some other people. By the virtue of your position, you are supposed to have sympathy for those who are not as privileged as you are. Any position you are today is like giving you an opportunity to serve. You are privileged to be whoever you are today, and it is only okay, it is only sensible, it is only clever people or people who are smart that realizes this and give to those who are less privileged. If you are in a position today that you can bless other people with what you have, we are not saying give them all what you have, just part of what you have would have made the difference. On poverty squad, for example, poverty fighter squad, we have a program that takes people out of poverty with only 20,000. You can imagine what a whole constituency fund that is being earmarked into millions. If you take 100 people for 20,000 each, you only spend 1 million. If this is all you can do in a year to your community, you have done something, because those people who are registered under that program, they will be trained, they will be self-employed, they will be able to employ others. And that's the essence of this system that we have developed. Somebody was telling me that this is a Chinese system, because of late we have also come up with what we call employment bank. The employment bank is to give 10,000 to all unemployed as much as possible, especially those who can access the internet, who can use phones, their phones, to do some, profitable things on the internet. They are going to benefit so much that they too, at the end of the day, after they are gainfully employed, they will be able to be paying some 10,000 token, it's a token, to other people of their own attention too. So it is a system that develops from taking one person out of poverty and then taking the multiplier effect, bringing it out to several other thousands of people coming out of it. So our promise of taking people out of poverty is not a miracle. It's a design, it's a systematic design, it's a guaranteed system that by the time we practice this for years over, you'll be amazed the number of people that are coming out of this. We already have several thousands as we are talking to you now. As I'm talking to you now, we have several thousands of men and women that are on this program, and their life has already changed for the better. And they are not even thinking of going back to that old ways, whereby they are penniless today, they are penniless tomorrow. For now, they can eat 3 square meal. They can eat 3 square meal. They may not be rich to build a house today, they may not be rich enough to buy cars and all that, but today they do not beg again. They don't beg, and they have enough food through this system that we have created and through the training that we are giving to people at various levels. So what we are doing, what we are encouraging today, is to allow every Nigerian to be able to discover him or herself, discover your talent, discover how best you can be useful to the society rather than being a liability. Also, we have been able to bring out people who do not even think that they could be what they are now. A lot of entertainers have come through our program. We have a program they call EFCC. The appellation of that is an enriched encouragement for Christ. That is how it ended up being EFCC. The program has gone on. Each of the talentees, each of the participants, the winners of the participation goes home with 100,000 naira. Each of this amount has been able to lift them out of poverty. The employment bank that I was referring to the other time is going to take as many, especially the lazy Nigerians, those young Nigerians that are not lazy, because we do not believe that Nigerians are lazy. Young Nigerians are not lazy. If there is any appellage like that, let it return back to them. But we are assuring you that those hard-working young Nigerians, we are going to engage every possible constituency in this country to bring them out of poverty by we starting as an example for others to follow. Our organization has developed a package that takes people out of poverty, giving them 10,000 naira every month as a stipend, a token stipend for them to be able to buy, at least buy omo, buy very very little things that can make them. And then we now fix them on employment as when it's available. When that employment is given to that person, gainfully employed, he too will start giving such money to somebody else under the same program. Somebody told me it's a Chinese system. I've not studied that, but those who have studied it, they said that was how Chinese people are able to take majority of their millions out of poverty. And what does it bring? It brings back to the reflection of being your brother's keeper. If you are looking the other way and you think because you are well fed and you have everything to yourself, it doesn't concern you, I'm telling you, you are wrong. You are very very wrong, because the convenience of the tree is the comfort of the bed that stays on it. If the tree is not stable for the bird to perch on, then there is no peace. There is no peace anywhere. So we are appealing to all the generality and all well-meaning Nigerians and non-Nigerians who are friends of Nigeria, to come together with us to fulfill this mandate of bringing out millions of people. In 2022, as we are targeting over 200,000 people to be brought out of poverty through this our system. We are not relying on government. We are not banking on any aid. We are contributing amongst ourselves, and the structure has already been established because we care. We care to the extent that we want to curb crimes, that we can be called poverty fighters, that we can be called well-meaning Nigerians. Anybody who wants to be meaningful, who wants to be anything, who wants to leave any legacy behind. Okay. Dear viewers, you are welcome back to the channel of Poverty Fighters Squad. As I was saying, that community development begins with me and you. The number of people that you are able to lift out of poverty will reflect on the legacy you are going to leave behind. I equally spoke about people who are okay by themselves. They can eat 3 square meals a day. Why not look around you and see that young man or woman that you can help? We equally need to assess those people who need our support. They need our support because of the age-long recession that Nigeria has been coming from. Another instance is of this pandemic COVID-19 that has made a lot of people to lose their jobs, a lot of people to lose their business concentration, a lot of people who have lost whatever they have, and they are still looking forward to people like you who are standing on your 2 legs to help them. We are not denying the fact that everybody cannot be the same. Yes, but please, we are appealing to you as much as possible. Make yourself available to help somebody. You will do better, your heavens are assured, and you are going to satisfy humanity. Because one of the main reasons why we are here is to be a support to one another. If you are lucky enough to be buoyant and that you can also take care of your family as a whole, not minding the fact that your family alone is not the only one that needs your support. All those your neighbors, all the people that surround you, all the people that are around your community, they are also your neighbor, they are also your friends. They are people that you can help. and we have already established the system where I mentioned that you go to www.ikejachamber.com, that you can find us there and you get all the information, even where for you to make specific requirements, specific inquiries about what we do and how you too can be of help to other Nigerians. They are all there. Lastly, for today's program, we are engaging you on a system that we believe that you need to be involved in. Many a times we hear the word well-meaning Nigerians. That word has been codified into meaning that people who are relevant to the community, people who their service entitles them to be well-meaning, that is, people who meant well for others, are those well-meaning Nigerians. I pray and I hope you can be counted as one. I want you to be that responsible person who will stand up and say, yes, I stand for other groups, I stand for my people, I want to see a better Nigeria, I want to see them economically buoyant, and I equally want to stand by them in the time of their problem. I love the word, every arrangement that is being made by the Poverty Fighter Squad to elevate people, to bring succor to homes, to bring back families, to bring back culture, to bring back a rebirth, to bring back a Nigeria that we know before now, a reflection of how it was done then, and to bring forth how it should be done now in this our present day, makes us very, very happy to be with you. I will encourage you to continue to bring suggestions to us. You can criticize us as well. It's open. But what we want is constructive criticism. We want people criticizing us by showing us the better way, show us how to do it better, align us with those good things that you believe should be added, because we have already started this journey. So this is a journey. It's not a dash. It's not a short what do we call it now? It's a marathon. It's a marathon. It's not a 100-meter journey. It's a marathon. It's a continuous thing. So it's not a dash. Okay? So we need people who are going to come up, show us what we are doing right, appreciate us, criticize us where we are wrong, let us know exactly what you want us to be doing, and make your own contributions so that it can be a better society. Lastly, on this program, I want to thank you very much for tuning in. I want you to also send this same information to your friends and friends of friends, whereby together we can all save Nigeria. God bless Nigeria. God bless your family. Thank you very much. Fellow Nigerians and friends of Nigeria, we welcome you once again to this channel, the channel of Poverty Fighters. Poverty Fighters Squad is the new system that we have brought to you. Those who were with us in the last episode will remember that we were talking about how to eliminate poverty from this side of the world. My name is Samuel Adeleye. I'm a poverty fighter. I'm here today again to stimulate your interest in making sure that we drive away poverty from our country. Our country is known as the giant of Africa, a promotional slogan that some of us have disagreed with, for the simple fact that we are not doing things that are supposed to be done by giants. We are doing things as if we are this organization sponsored by Kenya Chamber of Commerce that is worried about how best Nigerians can live and live well. I'm welcoming you to today's episode by virtue of the fact that We call this reflection with Otunba Adeleye. Reflection simply means going back to where we are coming from. It is a clear adage that the people who do not know where they are coming from probably do not know where they are going. So we will be entertaining you on this channel while we are also talking seriously about those things that can make life better for our people. So once again, I welcome you here. The reflection for today is on how it was in the past. I remember very vividly in Lagos, where I grew up, we do not even have people who are called poor people. We have the back of one another. We are our brother's keepers. We do not stigmatize anybody not having as much as we do. Neither does anybody come to call us or our family by names that are very, very unacceptable. We equally take it on ourselves to ensure that we have the standard of living that is comparable to anywhere in the world. So the Poverty Fighter Squad essentially is to ensure that life gets better for every Nigerian, no matter where their location is. So the system we have put together is the one that we refer to as Poverty Fighter Squad. And like I mentioned, joining us in this crusade or in this war against poverty, you can always go to www.ikejachamber.com and register yourself, register your friends, bring people on board, and let us be on the same page. Like I mentioned, some years back, we were living what is referred to as egalitarian life. Those of us who are just a little over 40 years or less will remember that the society we had then were doing so well that even if somebody asks you to come and go to outside Nigeria, you'll be very, very reluctant. The reason is very, very simple because then everybody that are here are doing well enough to satisfy a lifetime ambition. Whatever you need to do here, then you can easily do it. But it's, of course, it's also in history that people started migrating outside Nigeria because they believe there's a greener pasture somewhere. I can't blame anybody. We too have been out of Nigeria and back, but we discovered that no matter how you do there outside Nigeria, you are still better off spending your money here. Nigeria is one of the best places to have money and have a good life with it. Those who are following us on this reflection will realize that the campaign we are trying to make is to ensure that we have enough for our people to run with. So today we'll be talking more about the housing project under our second mandate, which is what the Poverty Fighters Organization is running on. Thank you and you are welcome. To round off today's episode, I want us to have in mind and as a reminder that your gateway to riches and to be pro-poor is to go to www.ikejachamber.com. That will show you the way to Poverty Fighter Squad, because on that website you will have more than enough information that you require. You will have the blessed knowledge of how to get away from this financial mess in which majority of us are. It is the gateway to success. It is the gateway to responsibility. It is the gateway to humanity, where you can live a life of comfort. You can live a life of comfort. We have very many examples. And it will be of interest. I mentioned in this same episode that our housing project will be ready anytime from 6 weeks from now. We have signed the contract. The contractors have been mobilized to the site. We are somewhere in Maraba, in just the outskirts of Abuja. Maraba is in Nasarawa State, but it is the next neighbor to FCT. So majority of our people are living there, working in the city, trading, doing commerce, doing agriculture. It's a very arable land and it's a blessed state. This opportunity is also going to take us to the government of that state very soon. This private initiative of poverty fighters housing scheme, of course, like I mentioned, for those of us who are just watching me today on Reflections, the arrowhead of this organization is Ambassador Dr. Edward Eyitayo Olutoke, a man that God has presented to us to lead the squad. He is the general marshal of this squad, and in his magnanimity, he has put down his resources to help many, many Nigerians and non-Nigerians as well. So we are starting the turning sword tomorrow, which will be the 18th of January 2022, after our Lord Jesus Christ. We'll be doing that in Maraba. We already acquired a land there and we are going to turn the sword there. So we can keep hope alive. If you need any information on that, you can get across to me on this channel. I think my number will be displayed as you go on. So today's reflection takes us back to how we were living before, where equality is guaranteed, justice is served, justice is not delayed. Nobody get angry because of little things, because all these ones have been taken care of through our culture. We are our brother's keeper. We cannot allow this modern world or this civilization, the so-called civilization, to take us away from our culture. It's part of what is causing all this banditry, when some people are excluded. People do not feel as being part of the state, and the state is running the state in such a way that other people are excluded. So when the number grows to this level, that is why we have all these atrocities going on. In the next episode, I'll be talking about our youth in order for them to benefit from this reflection program. I thank you very much. I remain yours, and I pray that God will continue to guide us, protect us as individuals and as families, protect this society, and God bless Nigeria.